back to the news at 10. We'll take a quick look at some of the pictures sent in to our eyewitness portal. Let's begin with this one from Oshobo in Osun State, where our eyewitness reporter says the fuel scarcity is biting harder and filling stations are not dispensing the premium motor spirits to anyone. Here's another picture still depicting the impact of the fuel scarcity in Osun State. Our eyewitness reporter who sent this in is asking the federal government to do something about the situation. The story is pretty much the same in Lagos, where our eyewitness reporter says he spent several hours at this petrol station and was still not able to go home with the products. Thank you for sending in those pictures. We do appreciate them, and please keep them coming. And the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Rahman Bello, has tasked the incoming government of General Muhammadu Buhari of the need to develop a funding mechanism that would protect tertiary institutions from the fluctuating economy. Professor Bello made this appeal at the University of Lagos' 44th convocation ceremony, in which 10,600 students were graduated. The convocation was also attended by eminent Nigerians like the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, Theophilus Danjuma, and Vice President-elect Professor Yemi Oshibajo.
Members of the University of Lagos Governing Council in procession for the grand finale of the institution's 44th convocation. A day many look forward to as a mark of milestone attained in academic pursuit. The convocation ceremony could also be said to be a day of reward, as three eminent Nigerians, General Theophilus Danjuma, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, and Gamaliel Onosode, were given honorary degrees. The Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Rahman Bello, listed the numerous achievements of the institution, especially its strides in research endeavor, which includes partnership arrangements with LG Worldwide to provide training and research access to students of engineering and allied studies.
I'm proud to inform you that we have in our campus an LG Air Conditioning Academy located in the Faculty of Engineering. This academy is the only one of its kind in Africa at the moment. With the practical lessons from the academy, our graduates of engineering and allied studies will be experts in air conditioning in the nation, while the facility provides opportunity for research into air conditioning as well.
Looking ahead of the highly challenging world out there, Nigeria's former Information Minister, Professor Jerry Ghana, has a word of advice for the graduating students.
Begin by changing the thinking of people around you. Let people know by your outstanding conduct and character that you are products of the University of Lagos, where commitment to excellence in learning and character occupy the #1 position in the list of core values.
As the University of Lagos churns out more graduates into the already saturated labor market, the big question is, will they find the Nigerian system conducive enough to satisfy their professional dreams? The answer to this question will be known as the government continues to provide a productive environment for the youths.
First Bank. You first.
Welcome to Business News. I am Adeshewa Josh. The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC, says that its 2014 Amendment Act does not seek a takeover of other financial regulators' oversight functions. The managing director of the corporation, Umar Ibrahim, explained that NDIC's request for oversight on holding companies in the financial sector is based strictly on information sharing. A new president of the Association of the National Accountants of Nigeria, ANNAN, has emerged after its 33rd annual general meeting for the year ended 31st December 2014, held in Abuja. Mr. Anthony Chukwuemeka Uzom, who assumes office as President and Chairman of Council of ANNAN for the next 2 years, announced a 10-point plan of action that will change the face of accounting in Nigeria and the economy as a whole. Our correspondent, Gloria Umezioke, reports.
It took almost 2 hours of an in-house meeting by hundreds of council members of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANNAN, past presidents, chairmen of branches, eagerly awaited the formal announcement of their new leadership, Mr. Anthony Chukwuemeka Uzom, who succeeded Dr. Sakuruddin Tunji Labodi as the 9th president of ANNAN. Before the signing of the handover note, the former president of the association presented his report of his stewardship.
We continue with the training of our leaders so that they can continue to read us right.
The council members were clearly pleased with the choice of leadership. They paid rapt attention to his citation read before his acceptance speech.
So I have identified my 10 areas. The objective is that we will continue to grow, and we will do it within 2 years. To develop our college, we help the country to create employment through our SME, SMP, and entrepreneurship. We don't want Nigerians to go cap in hand begging. Nigerians are very, very creative, but somebody has to help them, and that is where ANNAN will come in.
We will even stop along the road to greet ANNAN member, not talk of officer. But now we are openly embraced all over the world. So that is so. He should keep up the tradition. He has the handing over notes where I stopped, and what the few things by others are by way of advice. He has also announced a very inspiring 10-point agenda, which I believe we will follow to the letter.
Founded in 1979, the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANNAN, has continued to garner global recognition, giving greater prominence to capacity building and human capital development as a foremost professional accountancy organization. Gloria Umezike, Channels Television News.
The Financial Markets Dealers Quotation, also called FMDQ OTC, recorded remarkable success in business development operations and technology last year. These achievements, which are vivid in the company's secured approval for bonds listing, were explained at the OTC Market's 3rd annual general meeting, which held in Lagos today. Our business correspondent, Temple Ashaju, reports.
The setting is that of an obsolete corporate annual general meeting.
Those who support
Board members, who are mainly regulators and executives of recognized financial institutions, arrived to preside over the session. Central Bank's Deputy Governor, Sarah Alade, is the chairperson of the board. She declared the meeting open and recap on the market's corporate developments for the 12 months under review.
FMDQ achieved unprecedented transparency in the over-the-counter, fixed income and currency markets, and equally positioned itself to offer value-added services to the listing of bonds in Nigeria by achieving the approval of its bond listing and quotation rules by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Speaking on FMDQ's priorities for the current financial year, Alade projects on investors' confidence.
FMDQ will in 2015 focus on products and market development initiatives that will promote price discovery and transparency to all stakeholders, provide quality and reliable market research, promote education and capacity building for stakeholders, foster integration of the markets, increase investor confidence, and reduce market fear.
The FMDQ launched into its first full year of operations with a revenue of 1.75 billion naira in 2014. The 1,026% growth is attributed to transaction fees.
We had unique milestones on the business development. On the market transparency, we implemented the e-bond system with Bloomberg to provide price discovery to RDA members.
I think the current year is to consolidate on what we have achieved, to make sure that the market continues to remain liquid, and to bring all the platforms further together, and then begin to look at new products. New products, particularly products around hedging and futures.
FMDQ OTC began operations in 2013. It currently deals on bonds, commercial papers, notes, and mutual funds.
Dangote Cement has declared a dividend of 6 naira per 50 kobo share for its shareholders for the year 2014. Making this announcement at the company's 6th annual general meeting in Lagos, the chairman, Dangote Cement, that's Aliko Dangote, also announced that capacity increase in production of over 13 million tons to 34 million tons for the year is in view.
It's that time of the year when Dangote Cement goes through the record books to keep shareholders abreast of what was achieved in the financial year.
You don't raise your hand. Okay, anybody objecting to this motion?
For the year 2014, the company revenue stood at 371.53 billion naira. Profits before tax came in higher at over 213 billion naira, while profit after tax for the year came in a little lower. Despite a 24.44 billion naira drop, the company is still putting smiles on the faces of its shareholders.
I think we have to actually make a very good return to shareholders or stakeholders rather. We'll continue to work hard. You know, we're opening a lot of other countries, and I hope and pray by next year we'll be able to give more dividend to our shareholders.
We are a very, very stable company. A long-term good prospects for the company because the risk is not limited to one country. The risk is spread.
Some of the shareholders are pleased with the results.
I would like to use this opportunity as a shareholder of Dangote Cement to commend Dangote Cement for giving us good dividend of 6 naira, because some companies now will not even afford to pay 20 kobo, but Dangote Cement is paying 6 naira. And also we shareholders, we are getting capital appreciation.
For this year, I think we have done best out of the cement company that have doing their meeting.
Expectations for 2015 are high. In spite of the challenges ahead, investors expect a better year.
Will someone please rise and stand
The board and management of Diamond Bank PLC has declared a dividend of 10 kobo per share to be paid to shareholders for the year ended December 31st, 2014. Presenting its report and accounts for the year under review to shareholders today at its annual general meeting, the financial institution also posted a profit after tax of 25.5 billion naira.
Distinguished shareholders, staff, management and board of Diamond Bank PLC gather for the 2014 annual general meeting. An annual right, it's that time again to go through the record books and review the financial performance with shareholders. The chairman of Diamond Bank PLC, Dr. Chris Obeche, presides over the meeting.
That the chairman's statement and director's report be taken as read.
Despite the challenges in 2014, the bank posts a 28.1 billion naira profit before tax and a 25.5 billion naira profit after tax, representing a 12.4% and 10.7% respective decline compared to the year 2013. Still, the shareholders laud the performance of the company.
They have trust in the way the bank is managed. They have trust in the way the bank is progressing. That is why everybody is happy with Diamond Bank. That is why you see the growth in your customer deposits.
First, their profit after tax is very interesting. Then their loan portfolio, I think when you talk about performing is very, very low because the loans are performing. And that's why the bank earns interest.
For the Group Managing Director, Mr. Uzoma Dozie, the support of the shareholders comes with their trust in the growth of the business.
I think we're doing pretty well. We're delivering service to our customers. We're increasing our customer base. Our deposit base is growing. Our top line is growing as well. We will continue to try to ensure they get the best returns for their investment, and also I would like to believe that I want to see Diamond Bank not as a transactional stock, but one that you can invest in for the next generation.
Diamond Bank PLC says it remains committed to delivering superior value to its shareholders and at the same time deepening its relationship and engagement with customers.
So I'll suggest that you...
Mobile phone users can now hold in their hands as many internet applications as they find suitable for their lifestyle, courtesy of MTN Nigeria. At the launch of MTN Applications campaign in Lagos, MTN Nigeria promised to make individuals and business owners have unlimited access to internet facilities within its network, unhindered.
MTN Nigeria looks set to change its style of service and ensure its many subscribers get value for their every naira spent on the network. The executives believe this is possible with an effective use of the internet.
Scarcity is an end-to-end transformation, democratization of the world of internet. We're taking internet to next level, and I tell you, we're going to get our desires that by the time we get to December 31st, every Nigerian, literate, male, female, non-literate, will be able to use the internet to become better, to access all the information that is relevant to their life, and to be able to raise their game from attitude to what?
To effectively meet consumers' needs with this application, MTN Nigeria is also partnering online retailers for a wider reach.
But if you download the Jumia app, if you have the app on your mobile phone, you get additional deals only for the app. So we push them to you, you just click on the push notification, you go directly to the app and you get a special deal only for the app.
Why we say the global apps are doing very well is because they've been able to put a lot of muscle behind it to enable this recovery happen. So while I'm not a total fan of Nigeria only, the reality is the minute they become the good quality and there's a push, a serious push behind them, then people will know them and people will use them. As someone who's also been keen to bridge the gap between the really good applications being created and the person on the street who really doesn't understand how they can impact on his life. An initiative like this, where it makes it free to be able to access the information, but more importantly, can put that information in front of your eyes.
And with this innovation, subscribers on the MTN network may be in for a better and faster internet service delivery for their business demands.
Finally, on Business News Tonight, the Nigerian equities market ended on a bullish note as the all-share index strengthened by 1.93% to end the month of April at 34,708.11. Temple Ashaju has the rest of the story.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The bulls staged a comeback at the Nigerian equities market after 9 straight sessions of bearish trade. The all-share index jumped by 1.93%, ending the month of April at 34,708.11. Market capitalization also rose to 11.78 trillion naira. Now, 29 stocks caught the eyes of investors, and top on that list was food giant Nestle, which added 10 naira to its share price. Investors also favored the share prices of Dangote Cement and Guinness. On the flip side, Forte Oil led 23 other price decliners with 9 naira 35 kobo. Now, International Energy Insurance, Transcorp and Access Bank were the major contributors to market turnover. And when the closing gong sounded, investors had exchanged 374.56 million shares valued at 3.75 billion naira in 4,696 deals. That's it on the Stock Market Report. I'm Temple Ashaju.
Thanks a lot, Temple. And that will be all on Business News tonight. The News at 10 continues in a moment.
First Bank. You first.
Still ahead of the News at 10, defending champions aim that begin their quest for a second Federation Cup title with a tricky tie against Nasarawa Feeders. That's in sports news. Please join us again.